Welcome to the Diary of a Homeschooler. I'm Rachel, a second-generation homeschooling mom to 5. Here, we explore the good, the bad, and the weird of our homeschooling journeys. On some episodes, you'll hear me chatting with people from around the nation to tell their homeschool story and why it matters. Other episodes are just my raw, real, honest thoughts and opinions coming from someone who's been there, done that, and still has so much to learn. So, as we get into it, I just want to say thank you for listening. Welcome back to my short episodes where I am reading my Substack articles. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. This title comes straight out of ChatGPT, last July 2025. I am pretty ashamed of it. It does not make sense. The title is, "No one else will tell you this, but I will." And then the subtitle is 6 Homeschool Truths, a casual read for moms with coffee in hand and 5 tabs open in her brain. Now, this is something I would absolutely think, but never something I would actually say. If you know me in real life, you know I don't talk like that. Although when I write, I write different than I speak. I think a lot of people do. But anyways, let's talk about some homeschool truths for the casual homeschool mom. No, it's a casual read. Sorry about that. Okay, what am I even talking about? It says, "Dear Diary, I was thinking lately about how much pressure we put on ourselves as homeschool moms. It's wild. The mental load, the mess, the wondering if we're doing it all right. And while everyone loves to share picture-perfect routines and color-coded charts, no one really talks about the weird stuff, the honest stuff, the silly stuff that keeps us going. So, I wanted to share a few things, a little mix of what I wish I'd known, what I've learned along the way, and what I'm still figuring out. Yes, even as a second-generation homeschooler. Whether you're brand new or halfway through your 10th reset of the year, this is for you." Okay, so number 1, I'm not going to gatekeep. You can count educational screen time. Yeah, and I know you might be like, "Rachel, duh, we already know this," but there are actually a lot of moms out there, and I was one for years, who felt or feel guilty about screen time, even if it is educational. If your kids are watching science documentaries or following a phonics lesson on YouTube while you rotate the laundry, guess what? That's learning. Even if it's not something as specific as that, it could still be learning because they're like sponges. They can learn so much in so little time and retain that information. Sometimes we make homeschooling harder than it has to be by pretending it needs to look like a Pinterest board or someone's business Instagram or like traditional school. It doesn't. We live in the modern world. Use the tools we have available today and breathe. The work still gets done. Number 2, I titled Number 2, repetition is where learning actually sticks. Unless your child has a learning disability, repetition is key. I used to think if we weren't covering new ground every single day, we weren't moving forward. But then I had to take a step back, literally and figuratively, and think of my own homeschooled childhood. And you know what made the biggest difference for me in retention? Repeating the same concepts a few different ways. Games. I loved me some Reader Rabbit, Mavis Beacon, Treasure Mountain, Math Blaster, and more. Worksheets, stories, conversations. That's where everything clicks and made sense. And it's why I love using things today like the Jubilant Reader for phonics. It's simple, smart, and keeps all the littles busy while I help the big kids. So a win-win there. Remember, we are modern homeschoolers. Use the tools available. 3, I say this all the time. Let your homeschool reflect your actual family. Not the family you saw on YouTube, not the mom with a homestead, 12 chickens, a watercolor Bible journaling in her Instagram feed. Your family is so unique. What works for your house is what matters. Our homeschool groove looks nothing like it did a year ago, and I'm learning to love each season we're in. You need to give yourself grace and accept that you look different, and that's exactly how it should be. Number 4, don't make the same mistake I did, ignoring your kids' input, whether they are in elementary, middle school, high school, doesn't matter. Not intentionally ignoring them, but we just assume we know what's best as their parents, and to an extent we do. But when I step back into their shoes, I remembered how amazing it was when my mom let me pick out curriculum that I thought looked interesting and books about things I wanted to learn about. Things started flowing so much better in our homeschool. Let them pick the read alouds. Let them choose which subject comes first. And ask for their input on curriculum, depending on their age, of course. It's the little things that make a huge difference in how smooth your homeschool goes. 5, this is going against everything you probably know about schooling. You don't need to do every subject every day. Seriously, block schedule, loop schedule, morning baskets, mix it up. If you keep trying to pile on every single subject, the kids will get burnt out, and so will you. Remember, there will be plenty of downtime to catch up when it's too hot to go outside, or around the holiday season when it's too cold and you just want to stay in and bake cookies. Some weeks we would lean heavy into science. Others, we were just trying to keep up with math facts. It all adds up over time. Trust yourself and trust the process. And number 6, let me be honest. You're not just teaching your kids. You're showing them how to live. And that includes laughter, rest, prayer, hard work, saying sorry, and trying again. Homeschooling is discipleship. It's life. And it's worth every imperfect day. And those memories you will cherish forever. One thing that always sticks with me, I just know you've seen some variation of it floating around the internet, is saying that one day they'll be grown and you'll never regret getting to spend this time with them. And I think about that every single day. Every day. So, let's keep talking about this. If this encouraged you, let me know in the comments. And if you want to go on a deeper dive, let's do it. Ask all the questions. Get my brain flowing. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys next time.